Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel and I'm Venuri. So within the last video we studied about the domain Eukarya, under that about invertebrates and the 5 phyla under the invertebrates we studied, right? Cnidaria, Annelida, Mollusca, Arthropoda and Echinodermata, right? With the features and their examples, right? So today we are going to study about the last part under our session, under our lesson classification of organisms is the vertebrates, right? So vertebrates means the organisms belong to this group are possessed with a spinal cord, right? So because of that we know them as the vertebrates, and they have a bony skull covering the brain also, right? So this feature is absent in invertebrates, so keep it in that mind. And next, again these vertebrates we are going to divide into 5 groups, right? We are studying these vertebrates under 5 groups as species, amphibia, reptilia, aves and mammalia, right? These 5 groups are under vertebrates, so we are going to study about them. The first group is the species, right? Species means the fish group. All the fish are lives in water, who lives in water are belong to this group, right? And they live either in fresh water or marine water, right? And they have an endoskeleton. It can be a bony or a cartilage. It made up of cartilage or else it made up of bones, right? And they have a body shape adapted for the help to swim. So with the body shape they can easily swim in the water. It's known as the streamlined body shape. The same body shape is with the aves. Aves mean the birds also. So they can fly in the sky with the help of that body shape, right? So streamlined body shape, and their body is covered with scales. We know that, right? And they have fins for swim, that means for locomote and balancing their body balance also these fins help. And there is a system called lateral line system to detect vibrations in water, right? So they can identify the vibrations in water with the help of this lateral line system. And they have only 2 chambered heart, right? It with 1 atrium and 1 ventricle, and they respirate through gills, right? And they are cold-blooded animals, right? That means their body temperature changes according to the environment, change of the environmental temperature, right? And next, they have eyes, but they are not covered, or they do not contain eyelids, right? And I told you that there are 2 groups according to the structure, or what is their body endoskeleton made up of, right? Even with bones or cartilage. So based on that point, these there are 2 types of fish, right? So the fish, their endoskeleton made up of cartilage are known as chondrichthyes, and those whose endoskeleton made up of bones are known as osteichthyes, right? And these chondrichthyes lives in sea, but these osteichthyes lives both, they lives in both in sea as well in the fresh water. And 90% of fish belong to these osteichthyes, but the remaining 10% only these chondrichthyes are lives, right? And in these chondrichthyes, their gills are not covered by a operculum, right? They are visible to the external environment, but it's the opposite to the osteichthyes, right? So their gills are covered by pair of operculum, and these chondrichthyes as anterior ventral mouth. Shark and skate are some examples. And these osteichthyes have a terminal mouth. Their mouth poses in the forefront of their body, right? Because of that, we know them as the terminal mouth. So here, two example pictures are there. This first one is a shark is there. You can identify, right? This their mouth, right? And here they are a picture of tuna or something have given, so their mouth and all clear. So these are the special features and groups about the species group. So next, the amphibians. Amphibians means the first organisms evolved in land during evolution, right? Are amphibians, and these amphibians definitely need water to complete their life cycle. Definitely they need, right? uh, in their life cycle, a part can to complete that part, they need definitely water, right? And they are born out of eggs, and they use limbs or their legs to locomote, right? And they have three-chambered heart with two atria and one ventricle, and they respirate through lungs, through the moist skin or buccal cavity. Buccal cavity means through mouth, and they are poikilothermic. That means the cold-blooded animals. The special name is poikilothermic. It means they change their body temperature with the change of the environmental temperature, right? And here are some examples. Toad, frog, salamander, and ichthyopis are here, right? Here are the features, special features and examples. Next, reptilia. Reptilians means they live in fresh water, in marine habitats, or in terrestrial environments, right? And they have a dry skin, and their skin contains scales also, right? And they have legs, or some of the organisms do not have legs, right? And they also have three-chambered heart with two atria and one ventricle. And they also poikilothermic means they are cold-blooded. They change their body according to the change of the environmental temperature. And crocodile, tortoise, cobra, turtle, and some examples, right? So these are the features about reptilians. Next, aves. Aves means, I told previously, the birds. Birds are belong to this group, right? And they have a light bony endoskeleton. Because of this is one of the feature that helps them to fly, right? If their endoskeleton or if their body is weight, with a high weight, they cannot fly, right? So some of the birds also are there, no? Those who cannot fly, right? And they have a streamlined body shape, so it helps them to fly easily, right? And their body is covered with feathers, and they do not have a teeth, but they have a beak. This beak also not the same for all the birds. It differs according to their meal, according to their type of mode of nutrition, right? According to that, this shape of the beak also change, right? And they have eyes with eyelids, and they use limbs or legs or wings for the locomotion. And they have four-chambered heart, two atria and two ventricles in their heart, and they are homeothermic. It means they are not cold-blooded, they are warm-blooded when they say it as. That means they do not change their body temperature according to the change of the environmental temperature. And there is another feature that their body temperature is always high than the environmental temperature, right? So they are homeothermic. And here are some examples with that. The hummingbird is the smallest bird, lightest bird in the aves group, right? And kiwi duck, this kiwi, penguin, ostrich and all, they cannot fly, right? So these are the about aves. And next, the last group under the vertebrates, and the last part under our session also, the mammalians. Mammalians means we know those who those who drink milk during their younger age, right? So they nourish young with milk. So because of that, we know them as mammals, right? And their skin is covered by hair, right? And they have mammary glands, right? Mammary glands are present with them, and they have earlobes. That means their ear is visible to the external environment, right? So the outermost part of their ear is known as the earlobe, right? And they also have four-chambered heart with two atria and two ventricles. They have red blood cells in their body, but these red blood cells do not have a nucleus, right? And these cells are biconcave, right? And they are warm-blooded animals. That means homeothermic. They do not change their body temperature according to the change of the environmental temperature, right? And they are born out of embryo, right? And they live in water as well in land. Most are in land, and the other a few are lives in water, right? So one example are this dolphin, this whale, and monkey, bat, as well the human. We also are mammals, right? And here are some pictures, right? So we have came to the end of our lesson, the classification of living organisms, right? So this all about this classification, and I hope you got a great idea, wide knowledge about this one. So if you are satisfied with this video series, so please put a comment and share with your friends, and please subscribe. So we will meet with another new chapter, and put a like also. So till that, bye and thank you for watching.